Today on the channel, I can tell you guys with a straight face that I am not the mama with baby Sinclair Dinosaurs NECA Toys.
And the spirit of Ultimate Warrior will run forever!
Welcome everyone, Kyle here, and welcome back to the channel for another NECA Toys unboxing and review. And today on the channel, we got something special. We got a baby dinosaur with baby Sinclair from the Dinosaur TV series from NECA. But remember, for all your NECA figure needs and a whole lot more, make sure you're hitting up Entertainment Earth. Use discount code Kyle. Save yourself 10% on all in-stock items. Anything over $79 does ship free. Got to get a deal out there. And these are hitting local toy stores right now as I'm filming this. And I would say in the next month or so, probably the Entertainment Earths of the world, big bad toy stores, maybe even Targets, things like that should start having old baby Sinclair and possibly Earl Sinclair right around the corner. And these were shown off well over a year ago from NECA, shown off again and kind of got a little bit of a boost in popularity as people had forgotten about the first showing of these at San Diego Comic-Con this year. And now the time has come. Dinosaur figures are out. When's NECA coming out with a Steve Urkel and maybe a Stephanie Tanner? I hope that is in the future as well. We'll see what happens. We need the whole TGIF lineup in action figure form via NECA. I want to hang with Mr. Cooper just like Friday nights back in the day. Maybe not. Who knows how that'll end up going. But the Dinosaurs series, an interesting one. Of course, me being a kid of the 80s and 90s, you're a kid in the 80s and 90s, guess what? There was no computers, there was no internet, there was none of that kind of stuff that take the kids' attention these days. So you watch TV shows, and everybody on the old playground, and as rough as the playground was, there was a lot of kids watching the old TGIF stuff, or I think Dinosaurs was on Tuesday for a while. I think it popped around all over. It was on Tuesdays, Wednesdays, Fridays. It ran the gamut of the days out there. If the day ended in a Y, Dinosaurs was probably on it, and currently you can watch reruns on Disney+. But everybody knew dinosaurs back in the day. Did you see every episode? Maybe, maybe not. But everybody knew what you were talking about. It was quite the big deal as far as TV shows go. Animatronics sweeping the nation. It wasn't just for Chuck E. Cheese anymore. It was for the series Dinosaur. And definitely an interesting series. We knew how it was going to end at the end, pretty much. And it was a gruesome ending. Oh, if anybody remembers the ending there. But it was an interesting show, especially for its time. A lot of people fondly remember it. My own daughter, Emma, is 8 years old. And she says not the mama from time to time. So apparently on the old playground in this day and age, people are still quoting dinosaurs out there. I can't believe it. What is life? But Disney Plus probably helping with that out there. And it's getting a little bit of a renaissance here as the dinosaurs. Who knows? Maybe we'll get new specials. Maybe we'll get a reboot. Who knows what might happen, but we do know we have an action figure line coming, and that's what we got to look at here today. And of course, we're going to do this unboxing like we do all the other unboxings on the channel. We're going to take a look at the packaging. We're going to talk about it. We're going to unbox it. We're going to talk about it. We're going to see where it goes from there. So without further ado, let's see what old baby Sinclair is up to. Arguably, maybe the most popular character in the show, could be. Not a lot of lines out of baby Sinclair, but of course those catchphrases. You know everybody loves a good catchphrase, and baby Sinclair had his in Not the Mama, as we know. Dinosaurs, baby Sinclair, big old glamour shot. Says it all right there. Dinosaurs, baby Sinclair on the side, got his high cherry sitting in. He's got the frying pan of doom. Yes, of doom. He'll hit you with it. Be careful. And on this side, it gets a little bit more combative as he does have a baseball bat going on. Little logo down there says, we say so. We say so. There it is. Looking good. Then on the back, you get quite the blurb down low. And we got the different looks of baby Sinclair. Of course, you can choose your own baby Sinclair adventure in the packaging on this one. But ages 14 and up. So my daughter Emma, sorry, you're out of luck. You're not 14. You can't play with this or even look at it. Even look at it. There you go. Dinosaurs. Collect them all. Earl Sinclair, a little cross-sell going on here. The Sinclairs are your average family with one big difference. They're talking dinosaurs living in the year 60,000,003 BC. Jim Henson's Creatures for Dinosaurs made this early 1990s show a comedy hit. that's still certifiably fresh. That could be argued maybe. And now you can bring home a little bit of the Jurassic with NECA's detailed action figures. It does say baby Sinclair is the youngest child of the Sinclair family and has enough attitude for the whole clan. Oh yeah, that's the way it went in those sitcoms back in the day. His favorite pastime is walloping his father Earl on the head with a frying pan. He is the baby. Includes high chair, baby bottle, bowl, spoon, slingshot, baby blanket, TV remote, baseball bat, frying pan, caveman cookie, cookie creatures, stuffed dinosaur toys, George the hippo, golden hornhead, and interchangeable hands. All kinds of accessories here with him. They're not messing around the accessories department. They kind of have to not mess around the accessory department because he is a very small figure, just a little guy. So that's kind of the way it's going to go there. But there he is in the old plastic prison. All kinds of stuff going on. We got tons and tons of accessories. I'm going to take this offline. I'm going to get baby Sinclair out of the package, and we'll be back talking all things baby Sinclair. All right, we got baby Sinclair out of the package, and let's start it off. Let's dive in. Let's dive in with the accessories first here. And let's dive in. We do got a little blanket action here. So it looks like something your grandma might have, or at least my grandmas might have had back in the day. But a nice little blanket. It is hard plastic. It is not soft goods. But it does fit over the high chair. And of course, the high chair, the biggest accessory we get with this pack right here. You just slide that over the top if you want to. I think you can do it kind of either way. But there it is. Kind of a nice backing brace, I guess, for baby Sinclair if you need it. But we do get that here. Perfect time to talk about the high chair. Obviously, he will fit in there. We'll put him in there for glamour shots. But it is a very high chair. It looks like a high chair. Really, it looks like a high chair I would have sat in back in the 80s when I was a little kid. But it looks very good. Of course, looks like it's made out of kind of wood. Very rudimentary here. You get the top here, the little table. Of course, he sat in this chair all the time in the series. We do know that. So very iconic. But it just does plug right off the top. It's got two pegs there. You peg it in. You put the sides in. Really just like a high chair, barber chair, something like that. And one thing I'll probably say multiple times in this review, tons of accessories in this set. You could really mix and match some of these accessories with other characters, other figures, your Turtle line, your Alf line. You could mix some of this stuff up if you really wanted to. You could choose your own accessory adventure, really, at the end of the day right here. But everything fits on very nice into that high chair. Looking really, really good here. Now, we do got hands. I guess I'll look at the hands real quick. We do got two open hands there, and then we got two gripping hands, and then another kind of open hand on here. So, very similar hands, but they each hold their own thing with a lot of different accessories here. You need certain hands for certain objects. Makes a lot of sense. No Fist of Fury for baby Sinclair. He was too little to throw some fists every once in a while, so we do got that going on. So, make note of that. If you were hoping to throw some fists with your baby dinosaur, not in the cards this go around. Maybe a repaint down the line. But let's dive into these accessories. Perfect items here. You do got a frying pan. You could use this all over the place. Give this to Master Splinter. He's cooking up some pizza eggs for maybe for the Ninja Turtle, something like that. Who knows? But a very good frying pan. No doubt about it. It's a frying pan at the end of the day. And then keeping it cooking here, you do get a wooden spoon, of course. He could hit you with this. You never know. He'll hit and say he's not the mama. We'll do one of those things here. But a wooden spatula there looking really nice. We do, of course, any baby should have a baby bottle, and that's what we have right here. Looks just like an old school baby bottle. No doubt there. Very nice looking. We do get that caveman cookie. Of course, a dinosaur eating a caveman cookie. Makes a lot of sense. But we do have that. It is one-sided on this caveman cookie, so they got design only on one side, and I guess that's how a normal cookie would be. So we do have that looking nice. We do get the remote control. We know all about the remote controls, especially back in the day. Oh boy. Very rudimentary, and especially rudimentary 60 million plus years ago. Got two red dots, three black buttons on there. A very old school remote control looking there. I believe they said this guy was the cookie-like monster creature. Very interesting. Almost looks like our old friend Mac from Mac and Me. Oh, shout out to Mac and Me. Move over, E.T. Mac and Me's in the house. Get me some NECA Mac and Me figures. Why can't we do that? Let's get that rolling there. But looking interesting. Looking like a creepy little creature. At the end of the day. We do get that slingshot they talked about there. No real movement. It is all sculpted in and stuff, but it is for sure a slingshot. Great for a baby to be playing with, I am sure. We kind of got that tuning fork look to it. You got the rubber band, you pull it back, and bam, you take care of business with the old slingshot if you need to. We do got the bowl. Of course, babies, they love their oatmeal, their cereals, their things in bowls, applesauce, you name it. we do got some of that. So we do got a plain Jane bull here. Nice color to it. Looking good. We get the hippo creature friend of his there, a little stuffed animal, looking really nice. Very big in size, of course, we see. Nice blue and brown colors. No articulation on this guy of any kind, just kind of sitting there. And another great accessory. You want to move with something else, you want to have with something else, you could easily do that. I think his name was George the Hippo, wasn't it, George? I think that is the case. Then we do get some stuffed animals. We get 3 different stuffed animals right here. Looking interesting. We get, isn't this like a Kylosaurus or something? I remember that I was a kid. I thought that was the coolest thing. Oh, it's got kind of Kyle in the name. They probably named it after me. I'm sure. Time travelers, they'll do that. They'll do that. But you do get him in some crazy colors. You get a very Stegosaurus type creature going on here. Brontosaurus type creature. But very colorful, of course. Nice kitty colors. It's on brand with what a baby or even a baby dinosaur may have in their collection. So we get 3 of those. And then the final piece of the accessory puzzle, the baseball bat of doom. He's taking it to Earl Sinclair. He's doing whatever he needs to do. But we do get a nice baseball bat. So if there was ever an accessory set where you had to choose your own adventure, this is it. There is so much stuff going on here. And there should be, though, at the end of the day. As we can see right here, baby Sinclair, borderline an accessory, really. He is very, very small. So you need some of these bells and whistles to really make that $36 to $40 price point feel okay, and I'm still not sure if it feels totally okay. Almost feels, first impression here with the accessories and seeing the figure, almost really feel like this should be a $30 price point, maybe not around $40, maybe even a little cheaper than $30, who knows, $26.99? I don't know, we'll see what happens, but we know what happens. It's not going down in price unless it goes on clearance. But that's just something I wanted to point out there. But now we do get baby Sinclair. Now his tail did come detached. It fit in there very easily. A lot of times NECA, you have to warm that kind of stuff up. This just plugged right in. No problems there. And he is an interesting looking figure at the end of the day. It's very long with that tail. Very wide. Not very tall, obviously. But very just like a hunk of rocks is almost what he feels like. He's just a very low center of gravity, but very large low center of gravity here. He does not walk. He can't be articulated to move, to walk, or anything. Obviously, he didn't do that in the show, so he's kind of just in his position sitting here, and that's really what he does best, I guess, at the end of the day. But we do got that dinosaur color skin, almost akin to human color skin here. White Caucasian skin color is what we'll call it here. But an interesting look to him. Now, articulation-wise, you got bend at the foot, side to side. You got a bend at the knee going on. You do get some side to side there as well. A little up and down, side to side. Really nothing to be written home about here, but you do get some movement there. His arms do go all the way around. Hands removable, hands back and forth. No elbow articulation on him. Head back, forth, side to side. Head is removable on him as well. And you do get waist articulation, and of course, tail articulation on him. But that is really it. He's really not going to do a whole lot besides sit in his high chair, really, at the end of the day. But an interesting look. Now, of course, the head on this one, right off the bat, you know who this is. If you're familiar with dinosaurs, at least in a little bit, you're going to know. I think they nailed what the presentation should be. Looks exactly like he should be. We know what this is. We're all good here. We're all good here. We know what we're getting with him. Got the spots all over the skin tone. Got those big old bug eyes. Got the open mouth going on really nice. Would love to see an articulated jaw. Would have been nice on this guy. Obviously not in the cards here today. Big old white diaper going on. He's got his diaper. He's a baby after all. You got to have that diaper going on. And that's kind of really it as far as this one. Now, we do get the second head here, and really depends how you want to display him. Do you like him with his unicorn head going on? A little bit more closed mouth action on this one. To me, this is the head you got to use, but this is fun for a one-off head if you want to do something, you want to have a party, whatever you want to do. He does have the second unicorn head. A third head wouldn't have been a bad deal in this one as well. I don't know, but it just feels a little light in the figure department, very heavy in the accessory department. Almost feels like an accessory pack, really, when I break this down. Now, I'm going to pull this high chair, and we're going to get that out. And we're going to put him in. Of course, you just slide that tail in the back there. He sits right in. And then you just got to kind of articulate, move him around a little bit. And then you can slide this bad boy in, like so. You just got to make sure you line it all up. Line it up with the pegs, line it up with the side, and bam. He is not the mama all day long in his high chair. So very, very small. Would have been nice to have a little compartment on the back maybe that you could store some of this stuff in that you're not going to use, because you can't use all these accessories, and they are small. You don't want to lose them. but you can kind of see how everything goes on and looks together here. Maybe you have stuff standing outside. Maybe George the Hippo's hanging out down there. Whatever you do want to do. Of course, at the end of the day, you got to choose your own action figure adventure. That's what we always say here on the channel. But a fun one, especially if you're a kid growing up in the 80s, 90s, maybe you were a young parent during that time with kids watching this show, who knows? But there's a lot of nostalgia with this pack, and that's what NECA brings us a lot of times, is nostalgic TV shows, movies, cartoons, things like that. So this makes a lot of sense, and dinosaurs kind of having their heyday. Who could believe this came out in the early 90s, and here we are 30 years, and they always say, get that 30-year itch, the nostalgia factor hits in. I wouldn't be shocked to see more dinosaur stuff maybe in the future. I could see dinosaurs getting a renaissance, getting a Disney Plus TV special, something like that. Who knows? But we do know Earl Sinclair should be coming fairly soon. I will probably pick that one up as well. Not sure how far deep down the rabbit hole they're going at NECA, or myself am going to go in the dinosaurs line. I wouldn't be opposed to getting the main family. I don't know. Do I need the boss? Do I need the Sherman Helmsley, the George Jefferson? Maybe I do. Who knows? Shout out to George Jefferson, but we'll see. I don't know. I don't know how deep I would go down this line. I guess we'll just have to wait and see how they do it. If they come out with 1 or 2 figures a year, for me, that's great for an ancillary collection, but if they hit us over the head with a dinosaur every single month, that might be tough for collectors, might be really tough for me, once again, bringing it back to me here. But very good for what it is. Price point, you got to kind of use your imagination on and try to justify. It's all about justification at the end of the day. But a very, very cool pack for what it is, and a very iconic, nostalgic pack for what it is as well. And that's my final verdict here on the channel. But what's your final verdict? Is this a pickup? Is it a pass? Did you enjoy the dinosaurs? Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Of course, you made it this far. Don't forget to like the video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Turn on the old notification bell, as we got videos every single day, and then some here on the channel, so you don't want to miss out on those. And don't forget about Patreon for early access to both channels. Yes, 2 YouTube channels. Subscribe to both of them. We got early videos on the Patreon for both channels. And of course, your best way to support this very YouTube channel. You can also support the channel at PressingTees.com. Search Kyle Peterson. Don't forget social media. SirPaul64 on the X. _Kyle_Peterson on Threads and on Instagram. So for Baby Sinclair, dinosaurs everywhere, I am Kyle. See you guys all real soon.